Assalamu alaikum students. Next property according to periodicity is ionization energy. Ionization energy is basically the amount of energy that is required to remove the most loosely bound electron from the valence shell of an isolated gaseous atom. This is the energy that is required if you want to remove the electron from the outermost shell of an atom. For example, this is a hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom having one electron in its outermost shell. If you want to remove this electron from isolated gaseous hydrogen atom, so you need specific amount of energy. That specific amount of energy to remove this electron is called as ionization energy, to make it ion. If you remove the electron, you are going to make it ion. Hydrogen neutral atom, by the removal of one electron, will become H positive ion. So ionization energy is basically required to make a neutral atom an ion. Here you can see the structure of atom, hydrogen atom. If you want to remove this electron, you have to add some energy to make it ion. By the addition of energy, this electron will remove and this atom will become ion. If the electron removes, cation will form. Cation is the positive ion. So atom needs some energy. By that energy, atom becomes ion and electron will remove. If the atom is bigger, then it is easier to take the electrons, because the bigger atom having electron in outermost shell, that electron feels less attraction towards the nucleus because of the more number of shells that are present between the nucleus and the outermost shell. For example, you having a potassium atom. Here I am drawing the potassium atom. First shell, potassium having atomic number 19. First shell having 2 electrons. First shell having 2 electrons. Second shell having 8 electrons. Third shell having 8 electrons. And the last shell, the fourth shell, having 1 electron. So this is a bigger atom. For this, as compared to sodium. So for this atom, you need less amount of energy as compared to sodium, because the number of shells are increasing. The attraction between the outermost electron and the nucleus is reduces due to these electrons. That's why this electron removal need less amount of energy as compared to sodium. So ionization energy is basically the energy that is required by an atom to remove its electron and to make itself ion. Here you can see the sequence of period, the sequence of growth, and horizontal the sequence of period. As we know, along the period, atomic size decreases. So along the period, atomic size is decreases. Attraction of electrons, the outermost electrons and the nucleus increases because of the small size. So that's why ionization energy along the period increases. You need more amount of energy, high amount of energy to remove the electron, to make the atom ion. Because of the small size, because of the more attraction between the electrons of outermost shell and the nucleus, you need higher amount of energy to make it ion, to remove the electrons, as compared to the group. In a group, number of shells are increasing. So the electrons that are present in outermost shell having less attraction towards the nucleus. That's why down the group you can easily remove this electron, because this electron felt very less nuclear charge. That's why you can easily remove this electron. This electron having very less electrostatic force of attraction with the nucleus. So you need less amount of energy. So you need less ionization energy to remove the electron from outermost shell in a group, downward the group. Here you can see the complete periodic table. In a period, for example, period 2, this is a period 1 and this one is a period 2. The number of electrons are increasing because atomic number along the period is increases. Due to this increase in number of electrons, as we know, shell remains 2, because in a same period all the elements having same number of shells. Second period, the all elements having 2 shells. In a third period, all elements having 3 shells. In a fourth period, all elements having 4 shells, and so on. So the number of electrons are increasing. Due to the increase of the number of electrons, atomic size decreases because nuclear effect, attraction between the nucleus and the outermost electrons increases. That's why size of atom reduces. Attraction increases, size of atom reduces. Due to this strong electrostatic force between the nucleus and the outermost shell, ionization energy increases. You need a high amount of energy to remove the electron. Instead of this, down the group, number of shells are increasing. These shells reduces the attraction between the reduces the electrostatic force between the nucleus and the outermost shell. That's why you need less amount of energy, less amount of ionization energy to remove the outermost electron from the atom. If one atom, for example magnesium having 3 shells, first shell having 2 electrons, second shell having 8 electrons, because magnesium having atomic number 12. 2 and 8, it becomes 10, and 2 electrons in outermost shell. So you can see here there are 2 electrons. So you have to provide this atom twice the ionization energy to remove the electron. First times ionization energy used to remove the 1 electron. You need to provide again the ionization energy to remove this electron. So if the atom having more than 1 electron, so you have to provide the atom again and again. The higher amount of energy is required to remove the electrons from the outermost shell of an atom one by one. Electrons removed from outermost shell one by one. Sodium having 1 electron in its outermost shell. So if you want to remove that electron from sodium to make it ion, when electron will remove, sodium will contain positive charge. It will becomes ion by the removal of electron. So by this, For this reaction, for this ionization, sodium needs 496 kilojoules per mole energy. This amount of energy is required, this amount of ionization energy is required to make sodium atom ion by the removal of electron. This is all about ionization energy. I hope you get the all concept.